to know why I'm smiling, because I'm going to talk to you about a very serious topic, and you probably know what it's like to be bullied. I think just about everybody, no matter how much of a, in Australia we call it a cool dude you might have been as a kid, just about everybody has been bullied, teased, stood over, had your lunch money stolen, or had someone's lunch pushed in your face, and it's not fun to be bullied. So recently I read this book called Stop That Bullying, and it's by a fantastic Australian author called Andrew Matthews, and all of his books are made so easily readable because they've got fantastic cartoons that Andrew is so fantastic at, and also really well laid out so it's easy to read. So Stop the Bullying tells us that there are many reasons why bullies bully, and sometimes it's because of power and domination, and sometimes it's because they've been bullied by other people. It also talks about why kids who are bullied don't tell their parents. They're terrified that if they tell their parents, the parents will go to the bully's parents or to the principal, and then the bully will hate them and want to get revenge. And you know what? That often happens. But it also teaches how kids do have to stand up. And one of the most important things it teaches is that what Andrew Matthews calls the bystander, the person who doesn't speak up, who just stands by and watches bullying happen, has to start to speak up. Now this is really important in Australia. My point of view on this is that, you know, that a lot of the people who first founded our great land were criminals. They were convicts sent from England, and they had a very tough life, and one of their common beliefs was don't dob. So dobbing means telling on somebody else. You know, going to the authorities, for instance, going to the school principal and saying that you've seen somebody being bullied, or you've seen somebody really hurt somebody, and stand over them. So one of the main things about this book that we really should start to get out there is that it's not okay to be a bystander anymore, that you've got to speak up and you've got to go to authorities. I was also asked just last week by the TV program The Project to talk about why is it that they now have dobbing hotlines. That is, that you can call a radio station's phone number, or you can call, you know, the police, and you can report something that you've seen that's either a crime, which is obviously, say, stealing, but also we need to not be bystanders and report dobbing on people who are bullying others. When you first start to read this book, it's a bit of a shock. He talks about these kids from around the world, some as young as 12 years old, who have suicided, jumped off a bridge, hung themselves, and just about in all cases, when you read the suicide note, it's that I can't stay in a world where I never feel safe, where I'm always feeling bullied, where I'm so stressed by the bullying I can't take anymore. So I hope that you will buy this book, Andrew Matthews, Stop That Bullying. The bullying is happening everywhere, not just in Australia, but in every country around the world. So we have to stand up and say, stop the bullying. We have to have very firm policy, and we have to have consequences for the bullies. Parents and teachers and police and your community neighbourhood all have to work together to stop the bullying. So if you have any questions, please drop me an email at jan@drjanethall.com.au, or if you'd like to come talk to me, and as a psychologist I can help you process what it was like to be a victim, or as a psychologist I can help you determine to stop your bullying tactics, please call 03, that's Australia 61, 03 9419 3010. So let's speak up and save lives and stop the bullying.